Kia ora, everybody. How you doing this morning? Thank you very much for being patient with me. Apologies, I know I said on Twitch, I'm going to be on time today. Thank you very much for being patient with me. Here I am. I know I said on Twitch. Here I am. Hello, everybody. It's very good to see you. It's Friday. A sunny Friday. Kia ora. Welcome in. Feeling good. We are, of course, just about to kick off, but I wanted to just quickly chat to the early birders first. We are, of course, just about to kick off, but because, I wanted to just quickly chat to the early birders first. Mute the stream? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, I couldn't think of anything worse than listening to me once. Turns out, it's listening to me twice. I am so sorry. Ikoko burr. Oh, good lord. Oh. Are we good? No, that's a screenshot of the thumbnail. Yeah, it is! Isn't it a cool screenshot, Ben? I thought so too. Although, of course, I should really be probably, if I want to cater to my audience, I should really be putting a screenshot of America or Germany, as it were. But I said, no, I'm doing New Zealand. So that's what I did. 2 jumbos for the price of 1. Echoing bad, echo go burr. Echo. Yes, that's better. Okay, good. Alright, thank you very much. Hey, and welcome in, everybody, on YouTube and on Twitch. Pleasure to have you here today. Poker, kia ora shorty, Micro, Rodro, all the regulars, Scott, Huck, thank you for being here and attempting to keep us safe from people in chat and bots, but also mainly from me. Octopus, kia ora, how you doing? We're just about to get started. Nice to see ya. And over on Twitcheroo, Pressy Wessy, thank you. Pressy Wessy was actually your chat that I first saw about the echo, so thank you for bringing that to my attention. King of Toto, Rag Baroque, one of my favourite names, love that. Kiwi Gang Rise Up, get him good. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Looks like... Oh, a couple of things have changed on the back end of my stream manager here. You don't care about that, but I do. Interesting. Right. Oh, that's cool. I have some new options. Sadly on Twitch, not YouTube. Although, are we surprised? Anyway, let us jump straight in. I'm going to transition us over to the live screen. Oh, whoops, I already have. That'll be why the echo was probably being an issue. Okay. Anyway. Are we ready? I think we're ready. I'll take us out of this beautiful view. By the way, Shift F10 if you want to hide the overview. That's how you do it. My microphone might be just slightly too loud as well. Looks like it's picking up a little bit too much. Although maybe I'm just excited. Or obnoxious. Alright, let's do this. I'll just add a stream marker so that later for the VODers, I can cut out this crap at the start and they don't have to listen to me ramble. I love listening to you, but echoes just too much. So fair. Thank you for the first part. So fair about the second. And thank you to everybody who's liked the video. Although I should be harassing the VODers for that, really, shouldn't I? We'll start on Scott Australia. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Kia ora. Good morning, good evening. We are, of course, playing Humankind, as you probably gathered by the title, and the fact that I'm hoping you've been here for the last 3 parts. If you have not, ignore the neighing that I think might have just came from that Teutonic Knight. Maybe I made that up. Either way, we're playing on a true Earth map, as you've gathered. Here is my wonderful land, Jumbo Dorkland, the capital of New Zealand, and Scotstralia, eeping its way out into the Pacific. Actually, to be fair, quite far deep into the Pacific. We're going to have Hawaii in our hands and all sorts of other fun things. We do, of course, also have this. Yeah. Huge. This is Africa. This is where we started, in Ethiopia, our capital city. And we've sort of spread across Africa, dominated the continent, taking out foes as we go, and vassalizing this bad boy right here as well. For what has... Oh yeah, also we have the UK called Sydney. Hey... I just don't even know what to do with you. I mean, they're my vassals, so it doesn't matter actually. We'll let them do their thing. We are also going for a fame record. We have already taken up quite a few more of the fame stars from this era than I thought though, to be honest. When I was planning this video, I thought we were about 4 or 5 stars in. Turns out we're 11. However, we have a lot of fame to still earn from the tech tree as well. So, let's do this. A bot, good spotting. And so it begins. And so it begins. The professionalism displayed here is off the charts. Twitch gang, best gang. We are, of course, 2 already. Get that. HUCK out of here, you bots. We are, of course, live on Twitch and YouTube. Thank you very much for joining me. And also, if you're watching the VOD afterwards, a huge shout out to you. I was looking at the very first True Earth map that I did when Humankind first came out. That video has now got over 55,000 views and 1,500 likes. So it just goes to show that the VODers and the live streamers often work together to achieve great things. We achieved 500 likes live, and the VODers came through on that one in particular and smashed 1,000 more down on it. Usually the live streamers take the cake, live stream viewers, of course. Alrighty, as I was saying, let's have a look at our fame stars, because this is what really matters. And as you can see, I probably need to take builder mode off, because we have a lot of gold and science to earn. Although there's also probably a balance to be struck there, right? I do need districts to earn that stuff. Other ones that I'm focusing on are militarist stars, so we're gonna have to fight somebody, and also the agrarian stars for growth. So we need to try and get these. Crucially, I think, more than anything, we need our science stars, because look, we are still in the industrial era for technology. I haven't even done the beeline to fusion reactor play yet, for goodness sake. And without the French, it's going to be quite difficult. We've got 1,600 science, and we haven't chosen a scientific culture throughout the game. So, a little tricky. Hey, Pete. Meetings. Don't you hate meetings? Hello, anyway. Hey, Dio, as well. Nice to see you. Also, thanks to everybody who joined me at the end of yesterday's stream on Twitch to raid. Yesterday we raided both. It's always fun to raid people and see the reaction, and we can use our coup emoji in their chat, which was something that I'd forgotten about. So we could actually use our coup emoji aggressively, which was very fun. So thanks to everybody, all the Twitch subscribers in particular, who followed me over there and did that. I really appreciate it. It was a good time. And his stream was really fun too. Right. Sydney. We know what you need to do. You need science, which you're doing okay on. You're also going to need growth, though, and that's going to be the big thing here, I think. So, let us smash the like button. No. Let us smash some food districts down. We'll keep using the builder ability, because look, we can get 4 of these puppies in a turn. Also, science quarters here are just incredible because we have all of the infrastructure in this city. A reminder, this is our new city, and we built it on rock and roll, so it's super good. It's super duper good. Hey, what was that sound? It was rootlickies. I don't even know why I bothered to try. Thank you very much for following along. Let's end the turn.
Farmers' quarters is quite a milestone. Let's hope the population impressive and dominating.
Okay, they didn't take that. That means that I can take that, and I'm going to, and we're going to do it with
everyday life.
Tempting to do it with a settler and build a city, but no. Let's send in a sneaky saboteur, who I will not pay for, to take that. The Umayyads would like an alliance. Are we going to fight them eventually? We may.
This from you?
Or we could go to war with the world's #1 leading nation. For now, we'll accept this alliance.
This is pleasing.
I think that's fine. Mainly because I can hoover up a whole load of cheap trade routes like horses, which is just going to provide a huge amount of food to my cities. Likewise, actually, with the copper, maybe even the iron and the saltpeter as well. Thanks, Peter. Grab the obsidian, marble. I'm just going on a shopping spree. Do you take afterpay? No, you do not. That's fine. Everybody wants a cultural agreement out of me. Weird.
Profit from this proposal. We accept. Tremendous! Tremendous!
I'm not particularly cultured, is the reason why it's weird. But that's alright. I'd prefer the science agreements, but, you know, we'll take it. It's whatever. Okay, so we're buddying up with the other independent nations, although we did destroy the Mongols. But we're buddying up with the other independents, to try and fight back against the big conglomerate that is this player. Although, this player has now lost all but one of their toadies. The Aztecs are their only toady left. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Scott Australia should continue its expansion onward and outward. Can't actually build the mine here, but that's okay. Ha. I wonder if I just keep pushing this. I could. All it's really doing is destroying my growth, which is an issue, definitely. But it's not, like, super end of the world. What I'll do is prioritize some extra food districts. Let's return the 2 least promoted units to sender as well. That'll give us a few population that we can just churn through while we build these districts, just to keep our jobs as full as possible. It's a bit sort of min-maxy, but, I mean, when does that stop me? Hey. This district can't be built. It's really frustrating that it shows me that it can. I'm gonna try that many times. Alright, that's good. How are we doing? 20 live viewers on Twitcheroo, and my YouTube numbers are still updating, but I can see we've got 25 likes already, so we're off to a great start. Jumbo killing the planet with his gigantic mining industry. Literally! Can we expect more Democracy 4 videos as the game development goes on, or was it a one-time sponsorship? Well, it was a one-time sponsorship, but I really enjoy the game. I will absolutely refuse to be sponsored by or work with anyone or anything that I don't enjoy. At a personal level, so I'd totally be happy to play more of it. I think it would be a fun game to stream, actually, because to really get into it deep and build a good story can take a few hours. But I really, really did love that video today. Not because it was sponsored, but I put a lot of time into it. I had a lot of fun with it. I didn't expect it to get a lot of views because it's not Humankind, and it didn't. It performed as well, or it is performing as well as sort of non-Civ Humankind videos will do. Which is a shame because I put a lot of effort into it, but that's the nature of the internet. Do you think you live in streams? Oh, Josh, I love City Skylines as well. There are so many things. I too would be interested in democracy streams. Oh, cool. That's really cool. Let me know. Yeah, please do let me know in chat. Hey, good luck with your class tomorrow, Mikro. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your consistent support. Likewise on Twitch. I'm watching you. Yeah, if there are any other things, please do. Maybe do a Democracy 3 stream or 2 in prep of Democracy 4 dropping. Democracy 4 is actually already released. I believe. A light release, although don't quote me on that because my access version is likely different to the public one. But I believe anybody can play it right now. I'll have to double check that. But yeah, it was actually Democracy 3 was the first Democracy game I played after watching somebody who was streaming it, who I really love to watch and still do. And was slightly inspired by, maybe even. And then Democracy 4 reached out, and I thought, this is really cool. This is really cool. I like this game. It's very fun. It is, without a doubt, in my opinion, or at least in my experience, the best purely government and political simulator I've ever played, right? It focuses in hard on doing that, and it does it really well. The intricacies between different groups and interests and policies and voters, it is really, really fun, and I would love to stream it for hours and get really into it, like really hardcore focused into a game. So maybe next week sometime we might stream it. We'll see. It's a very busy time, of course, because Humankind has DLC coming out. I'm also conscious that Crusader Kings has DLC coming out next month, which I have already pre-ordered and am very interested in. So it's a surprisingly busy time. I didn't expect it to be, considering we're so close to the holidays still. If you're wondering why I'm choosing to build farmers' quarters here, it's literally just for the jobs. They're dreadful districts, but I need the extra farmers' jobs if I want to grow. And actually, we maybe need to start expert policying away from industry and just rely on our sort of good base industry to carry us through the rest of the game. So I might start to do that. Because we've already got our builder stars, so providing we have enough districts, we don't actually need to focus on industry. Huge, likewise, if we just jump that to the end, that'll spill people about. Probably, really, the net impact on industry is still pretty low. Oh ye faithful? Oh ye faithful mine. When I want to worship, I go to a mine. Do I really want these? I probably do. Yeah, I probably do, but really also not, because, as I say, need to focus a little bit more on food and jobs and whatnot. So what I might do is just build in a bit more growth by lacing through some of those. This is already on builder mode, and it's going super slow. Just gonna spam through that. Now, this city is basically just on autopilot now for a million years. So, good luck! Good luck, huge! Alright, Wakachangi Chips is just gonna need to do that as well. Spend a little bit of time sim-citying here. And then we shouldn't need to worry about it much more. I think the hamlets should be our first focus. Boom. Also, probably still hooking up extra territories. Something I am really conscious of in our New Zealand holdings, but I'm not very conscious of here for whatever reason. Desperately in need of more food jobs. Let's queue up 4 foodies as well. Cool. Alright. You are done. This city down here is... I wonder if I should burn it down. It's a lot of population. I probably shouldn't. We should probably just build stuff instead. Okay. Wow, that was lucky. 40 million people just got spared by a rogue, thoughtless decision that was literally on the tip of my fingers. Jumbo Stellaris stream? Oh, yes, Stellaris as well. Stellaris as well. Garner some attention in the Discord. Proof? Yeah, proof of what's popular among the members. Great idea, Ben. Test groups. Yeah, test groups. Are members indicative of the average viewer? Perhaps not, but a nice way to also incorporate more of a community around the YouTube membership, the Twitch subscriptions, and the Patreon patrons, which I just sort of bundle in together and say members. Jumbo, is 16k subscribers this week possible? Ooh, let me take a look. No. Or unlikely. Depends on how well tomorrow's video does, basically. If a video does well, it'll attract a lot of subscribers because it gets pushed to a new audience. If a video doesn't do well, it generally just gets circulated within an existing audience. And in my experience, within a smaller subgroup of that existing audience, which may vary from time to time, depending on their other interests. Because despite common belief, the YouTube algorithm is actually highly individualized. Anyway, sorry. I love talking about that kind of thing. And if you get me started on it, I'll just ramble and go down a tangent that nobody asked for. But to answer your question, Forex Gamer, is 16k subscribers this week possible? Theoretically, yes. It's doable, but based off average numbers, rolling average over the last 28 days to 3 months, highly unlikely. It'll likely be early next week. There's not a lot in it, but there isn't usually a lot in it, so... and yes, you're absolutely right for shouting at me that I have too much industry. I have far too much industry. I am sort of converting it into science, if you would like to think about it that way, by building these science quarters. A lot of science quarters! Go you, Sydney! You beautiful you! You are awesome! Let's connect up Sydney to Alduin down here as well. And even though I already have too much industry, I'm gonna just plant a couple of forests, just to add a little bit more. Hey, Michael! Thank you so much! First super chat of the day. Oh, it really doesn't sit very well within my new... Oh, that looks awful! I'm so sorry, I'll turn that off. I'll have to restart the stream to turn it off, so it'll be next time. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry it butchers your super chat. Allow me to read it. Michael says, Jumbo, you make such good content, I always feel an urge to tune in. Your commentary alone seems to come so naturally to you. I hope you find a good balance between games that do well in the algorithm and what you want to play. Thank you, Michael. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm really glad that you find the urge to tune in. That makes me feel very happy. Absolutely. Does come totally naturally. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it does. And yeah, the algorithm is a tricky beast to slay, and sometimes it's easy to fall into the deep end and think about it too much. And it pays to sometimes just take a step back and think, actually, what would I enjoy as a human being and a viewer, and just a normal person? Because chances are, if just a normal person like me enjoys it, algorithm nonsense aside, then maybe 1 in 3 times the normal person in the world out there will enjoy it too. I don't know. But you're absolutely right. A balance is always important. Luckily for me, there are also games that YouTube loves to push to audiences that I love to play. Vis-a-vis Humankind. So, I consider myself pretty privileged and spoilt for choice, to be honest. Pretty privileged and spoilt for choice at the end of the day. I should not be building that. Do not build that! Oh, maybe I should build a commons quarter there instead. A fun, small balance of yields that I don't really need. Let's not do that. Nature reserves feel like a total waste of time. As do train stations in New Zealand. So I guess that means I'm looking at either food for jobs. Why is expert policy not fooding it up? I guess because it's not needed. Oh, it's because we're industrial focused. Yeah. Or, yeah, money, science, food. 13 science down here. It's not terrible. Industry is altogether useless. Money districts here are altogether useless. And food is only providing jobs, and that's really it. I think we'll go food, and then science. Take this off. Dumb industrial mode. Definitely don't need that here anymore, I don't think. I think we can just sort of grow naturally and build naturally here in Jumbo Dorkland. Over in Scotstraya, really still starving. So let's give the people what they want. Food. When do they want it? Well, probably a long time ago. Look how hungry they are. Jeepers. Not good. Not good. You trying to trick us here? Absolutely not. Hello, Shadow. Yeah, yeah. The community polls are no longer... That algorithm thing is no longer true for the community polls, I don't believe. I still enjoy them just as much, but they are... they are not ways to reach a new audience anymore. Put it that way. Most engagements are existing viewers, and I noticed a huge change a little while back in the way YouTube was treating them. Could just be me. Again, I'm just the sample size of one moron on the internet, but yeah, I don't believe that to work anymore. Or at least nowhere near as well as it used to. But it was interesting when it did, and Spiff's video was incredibly fascinating. Incredibly fascinating. Yeah, Michael puts it very well. Community polls are now more like subscriber-contained tweets. That's exactly it. Yep. They used to reach new audiences around maybe twice as effectively as a video would. Now it's kind of just like social media within the platform, which is really probably the way it should have been, right? You should really reach new audiences with content, not polls. I mean, polls are content, but different ballgame. Okay. We've managed to take Wales, which I'm super excited about. We're also going to jump up here and maybe take some of this Iceland-Greenland action, if we can too. We'll see. And if worst comes to worst, we'll just pull in America and offer to buy it off somebody for a ludicrous amount of US dollars. Science agreement sounds good to me. And we'll in turn. How far will Jumbo push humans in chat? We're just tools for the immigrant. You are not. Stop it. Stop it. Get out of here, Scott. Hey, the buffoon. Thanks. First time viewer in chat. Sorry, first time chatter. First time chat from viewer. Jeez. She sells seashells by the seashore. Hello, thank you for the content. It's very helpful. Even if I struggle to win on Nation, I'm not good at this kind of game. Hey, the buffoon, don't let your name fool you. I'm sure you're better than you think you are, and you're constantly improving even if you don't realize it. Even if you don't realize it, I guarantee you, you are constantly improving, whether you're watching something, or playing something, or even just passively listening along.
If you seek,
wow, they've really oppressed my people.
then I would know you better.
That is not funny either, sorry. But man, they've really oppressed my people. I feel so oppressed. Okay, let's just spend all our money on iron that we don't need. Ching!
A proposal?
Trade luxuries with the muggles.
My
Absolutely.
people profit from this proposal. We accept. Like moonlight on water.
No horses. Cool. Alright, we need to now probably just build out the rest of the districts here, I guess. No, infrastructure. Infrastructure. Take all the science, all the trade. We should get all the stability just in case something weird happens to our society. And then, a little thing I like to call science districts. Let's also get some money ones. Look at this. We could do a little bit of trade by this puppy. Puppy? Papyrus, that is. Just for clarity. Rest of this kind of sucks. Guess I'll just fill it with science. And food, although not there, surely. Yeah, surely we do our food on the Nile River Delta. Seems like a better idea than this. Than this huckhole. Huck, I love that your name sounds like a bad word. I have to be careful though. Hang on, Sydney doesn't go there. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something doesn't feel right. Yeah, well, you're right. Let's get the academy and the stock exchange for just big money. Expert policy shouldn't have people on industry. Kind of annoying that it does. I want it to just go all in. All in on everything else, please. I guess because it's on builder mode, it's done a strange thing. Let's turn Sydney off builder mode now. It's finished its infrastructure. And it's looking pretty. Now we need to focus on growing it. Right? We need these agrarian stars. Really badly. Am I not in Sydney? Hello? No, I'm actually in Australia. Which is... Oh, man. Oh, we've gone down a weird rabbit hole there. Let's just not talk about that. Let's just fill the outback. The luxurious river delta glorious part, not the burnt bit. And fill it with farms. Absolutely chocker with farms. All along these rivers, ideally. Except, I don't know about that, Chief. Okay, fine. You've convinced me. I'll allow it. Alright. We're down to 2,000 industry, but that's fine. Let's focus on our money, our science, and our food. And let's focus on... Ben Omby. Hey, Ben. How you doing today? Ben Omby with a very generous $20 sugar-filled super chat on the YouTubes says, Poker Joker and myself would like to speculate on what cultures are coming from the DLC next week. I love a good bit of speculation. For expert policy, can you drag and drop the icons to reorganize the priority? Yes, you can. Yep, it was already organized the right way though, John. It's got way too meta. Yes. What would you like to speculate on? Because of course we already know what the cultures are, so we know what cultures are coming next week because all 6 of them have been announced. Any further speculation is really difficult. Hey, Final Boss! Other than the history behind them, of course. Really love your guides, and Humankind's my favorite 4X game in existence. Hey, Final Boss, you know what? It's mine too. Sometimes Civ 5 is my favorite, sometimes Humankind is my favorite. Sometimes I might even pull a random rogue answer out of nowhere if I happen to be really deep into another game, like Stellaris or something like that. But yeah, I totally agree with you, and totally feel that. Hello, Prowser Gaming. Good to see you again today, friend. Lots of people love that. Also, by the way, we're doing a Humankind community multiplayer live stream 2 days from now. Just organizing the people who will be in it at the moment. As promised on the YouTube member tier lists. We start from the top and we work our way down because it is one of the perks of the higher tier memberships. A way that I can give back is the idea. So we're starting from the top and working our way down through those megapixels. So megapixels, if you're listening, I've put a community post on YouTube exclusively for megapixels and above. So you can reach me there. You can always reach me, anybody, on Twitter. And if you're a member or Patreon, Twitch subscriber, whatever, Discord really is the best place to do it. That's where we're organizing the lobby at the moment. Huck, very kindly, is organizing it, who is also present right now. Al, can't wait to play. Wicked! I'm so glad you're on board. Yes, also you can just talk to old Huck Houston. The man, the myth, the legend. Who can also provide. So yeah, there's just a little plug for that's happening in a couple of days. The music in Humankind is the best. Yeah, it is a really good soundtrack, isn't it? How long did it take me to understand all the game mechanics? That's a really good question, eh? I came from already a background of 4X games like Civilization, so something to remember. So for me, it didn't take too long. Some of the nuances around religion and influence and a lot of the things that are quite different in this game, though, probably I was still... I would say I was still learning a lot. I'm still learning now, of course, but I felt like I was still learning a lot every day up until, I don't know, maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 hours, potentially. Yeah. Even though it's similar to Civ, as we've talked about before, it's also very different. If you come from a background in Amplitude's work, though, with the Endless universe, you'll also have a bit of a advantage, which for me was not a huge factor, except for a very little bit of dabbling in space and actually maybe, I don't know, tens of hours, maybe not 100, but probably tens of hours in Endless Legend as well. So yeah, that's a really long-winded answer. Apologies. One of these days, Ben. Yeah, Ben, one of these days. We'll do it on a different day, maybe next time, if that is easier. Australia could merge with New Zealand in the most controversial merger of all time. Should we unite our two peoples under one banner? What do we think? I might divert. I might have to consult with any experts in the chat. How do I think combat could be improved in Humankind? I like the new system combat compared to Civ 5 and Civ 6. Yeah, Humankind combat, for me personally, is much more enjoyable, intuitive, and nuanced than the current combat system in Civ. Important, of course, to acknowledge that the current combat system in Civ is 6 years old. We should expect a refresher, even if it's just to units or movements or promotions, things like that. They refresh it every time. We should expect a refresher next time. But with that stupid disclaimer out of the way, I vastly prefer Humankind's combat. I'd like it to be a little more transparent. For example, the recent update where they changed some of the UI so that you could see where your ranged units can fire when you move them to a tile. I.e., if this is my ranged unit and I want to move it to this hill, if I hover over the hill, I can see what the ranged unit can fire at, i.e., what's within its range from its new proposed location. Little things like that make an already good system easier to use. And when you make something easier to use without removing complexity, it's a win-win, in my opinion. Like, keep a good thing, make it more open, make it more obvious, make it more transparent. We're away laughing. That's my opinion on combat. I reckon it doesn't need a huge amount of focus right now. It's pretty good. Other than those little things. Do it, Anzacs forever. Why do I hate democratic voting systems? Oh my goodness, let's make a poll! Let's make a poll! I'm gonna call it Anzac or Ancrap. And it's gonna be merge the two giants. Or I don't know. Independence. Always. There you go. Please do vote. Very good point. The power of democracy. Ponykind? What? See you, Poker Jugger. Come on, Fano, let's join together. Stuff Western Australia. Well, actually, that's true, isn't it? Yeah, we don't actually even own all of Australia. We just sort of own this desperate half. Best half? Surely. I've actually never been to this half. Or most of it. But surely this is the... I don't know. I don't know. It's closer to New Zealand. It's got that going for it. So therefore it is. Keep building food districts, I think. See, so we're on expert policy, but it's sort of not infilling quite where I'd like it to infill. So I'm going to keep infilling into food. Although, if we're growing one a turn, maybe it's not needed. Maybe it's actually managing it better than I can. Just leave it on 28. We'll come back to it once those districts are built. And here again, we're finished with stuff. Let's get some more stuff. Money jobs we need, really. Money jobs. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 money quarters here. And oh my god, why am I building money quarters here? Look at this. Science. Let's do that instead. Well, let's maybe bounce around between the two. I mean, 9 money for all this science. It's just not worth it. I'm throwing them in front. Ugh. There we go. Cool. That one is on the way. I think the world is out of wonders. I wonder. Yes. The world can't think of anything more that is big or wonderful or culturally significant to build. We're just completely out of ideas. Hey, should we try? Nah, got nothing. Really? Not even a big... Nah, nothing. What if we just literally built a giant pillar? Nope. Nothing. Do I have to take materials procurement to unlock these next steps? I wonder. I don't know off the top of my head. Twisted Logic, thank you for following along. Civ 1? Woof! Definitely best part? Okay, best part confirmed. Fantastic. Can I get some Kanzuk going? Ah! Very good. I just don't want to take this. I'm just gonna leave that. I believe that's a YouTube subscription that's showing up for that alert. That should not be showing up. So apologies. Although they only show up if you have your subscriptions on public, so it probably doesn't matter because you've got your subscriptions on public, so clearly you don't mind. I'll leave it on for today. We'll turn it off next time. Okay, we made it up here again. Did anybody ever get the feeling of deja vu, deja vu, deja vu?
Pollution in this territory is fortunately low.
I mean...
Wouldn't it be lovely to keep it that way?
Really? I've built this so many times. There's a good spot for some testing, though. Even, actually, to be fair, just here, sort of. Maybe I should... Oh, maybe I should have settled over here so that we could have left this spot free. Yeah. Let's destroy... Oh, God. Let's destroy that and just so that we have another spot to test in case we need it. I know we've likely got heaps in the sterile land, but that territory doesn't really matter to me. I may as well design it with that in mind. Speaking of designing with things in mind, let's get plus 10 industry per coal and just buff the adjacency bonuses even more. And then focus in on what matters to us, which is money jobs and market jobs. Sorry, and science jobs. So, start with the money. Money. Nice. And then sweep in... Do we have any good science? Yeah, actually. You know, we kind of do. Let's get a wee science flanking thingy going on there. Brilliant. Merge up these areas. Boom. How are we feeling about merging New Zealand and Australia? Bye, Octopus. Good night. Also, what's up with the likes? Smash it, people. You are a legend. Let's merge Scott Australia and jump Dorkland. Alright, let's do it. What will their name be, though? You'll have to come to a consensus. You have to come to a consensus. Alright, let's merge them as one. YouTube voted 78% in favour of the merger. Looks like it's a thing. I'll just finish the coal power plant and the Universidad. That will make it cheaper, question mark, I guess. What? Huh? Huh? Why is Jumbo Dork... When did I make this my capital? Huh. I'm not sure when that happened. I mean, it's very fitting, but I don't remember doing it. Either way, okay, so Jump Dorkland is the capital, so it's actually New Zealand that's swallowing Australia. the way it should be. Boom. Negative 1,000 food. And we've got 99 population. What do you expect? Because of the way it scales, essentially, it really hurts to merge. There could be some fine-tuning with that. Although maybe that's by design. I don't know. Is it? I mean, it doesn't really make sense. Does it? If two countries... I mean, you could see two countries merging and having food shortages if their politics and stuff didn't merge. You know, you could see bad things happening as a byproduct, I guess. I don't know. A little... I don't know. Let's place down these foodies. I'm already building so many. Let's get on builder mode so we can get on top of this here. I know we're trying to make money in science, but it's going to just take far too long to get these districts online. I need as many people as possible on food as quickly as possible. So let's do that. And for, I think now, at least the 4th time this game, I rebuild Almed. Gonna be a huge pain. Scumbo Australia. Jumpsco Land. Scumbo Land. Dang, all that food. Yeah, we are starving. Starving in Scumbo Australia. Or Scumboland. I love it. The capital city of Scumboland. Fantastic. How is it negative 1,500 all of a sudden? Did putting myself on builder mode starve me more? Maybe. The good thing is we only lose 1 population per turn, right? So that's the upside to this weird situation that we find ourselves in. I guess we could venture out somewhere and chop a forest to help. It doesn't really matter. At this point in the game, though, it is a great tip at the start, but take a look how useless it will be at the end. 640. I mean, I'm producing 6,000, so it's like 10% of a turn. Not really worthwhile. Hey! Children's rights! Something I can get behind. +1 researcher slot on city for research quarter is absolutely, well and truly, incredibly useful here.
If it's built on lifting everyone up.
We take that. We take that, and it gives us a huge amount of jobs now in areas where we did not have them before. So we can slam extra people onto science. Yes. You're starving as well. Come on. See, expert policy food, but it's making me starve. We must grow! Come on, man! And then we'll focus on science as well, because that's our other big yield, I think. We could also consider a merger of these two, but, I mean, that's just a terrible idea. Ethiopia is still starving as well. So, let's continue to just build a whole load of food districts. Just all the food. I wonder if it's worth revisiting our civics to consider, do I already have plus 10% food? Yes. Okay, so that's not an option. We've also enacted basically everything that I can think of off the top of my head, unless anybody in chat can think of something I'm missing. I don't think there's any extra way to get food there. The next thing I would look to would be to trade. So I'm looking at things like, not iron, I'm looking at things like horses or resources. Hey, Saffron, plus 4 food on farmers' quarters. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, good. Get the gold as well. Yep, brilliant. There's a little bit of extra food too. Righto, you can head... actually, you've sort of served your purpose. Goodbye. It's a cutthroat world. Irreligion? I don't want irreligion though because my religion is so good. Look at this! I'm gonna take over the world! Nearly. So I kinda don't want to mess with it. I just don't want to touch it. I did just solve it. Yep. I built some farms. How are the new cultures? We don't know yet, Eelsworthy. Eels who try. Sorry. Yeah, we don't know yet. I'm gonna do some breakdown videos, but I'm just waiting for some more information to come out because the amount of information that they're teasing, even once sort of extrapolated on and adding a couple of quick insights, is still, in my opinion, doesn't really add enough value to warrant making a video on. But as soon as I get to a point where I feel like they've released enough information that I can provide value, I'm gonna cover them in video form as well. Just waiting to hear more. Just waiting to hear more. So far, from what we've heard, so good, I have to say. Looks cool. Looks powerful. Harbour for 20 food there. I guess just keep growing Sydney. More locations for hamlets. Not really foodie ones though. Oh, there's an 11 food. We'll grab that. There's a 32 food. Should probably get that first. Hey. Yeah, that looks good. Useless troops away from me. Couple more foodie districts in and around here as well, I think, to help build up the extra food to keep Sydney growing. We'll then, of course, be able to attach this to Sydney as well. And really have a whale of a time. Huge Ethiopia. We should maybe consider merging this crappy city on to some others as well. I might throw it on builder mode for 5 turns, so that we can get it merge ready. Although, actually, do I care? Sort of. Yeah, sort of. We'll allow it. We'll allow it. Oh, I thought I had my yields off because I couldn't see Scotstraya. I forgot. It's Scumboland! You are too good. Alrighty. How are we doing for our stars? Let's have a quick check. We've got 65 turns remaining. Whoa, that is a huge yikes. Regretting not choosing Japan now. 17 turns away from Research Institute. That's just too slow. We're going to have to bail on that and grab some better upgrades first. Siege Cannons doesn't really provide any value. Mercantilism will provide me with +1 industry per worker, so it's like 50 industry. Military school, training costs, I don't really care about. It's probably scientific method, but even then... Oh, yeah, actually, the fertilizer plant. The fertilizer plant, absolutely. I think we'll pump time into that first, perhaps. Oh, I don't know. Our science is really bad. It's so bad. I can't wait to see the graph for this afterwards. I think it'll look so dreadful in comparison to everything else that we're doing. Might be time to start phasing out districts of old and replacing them with districts of new. I mean, 33 science, I suppose, in places like the New Zealand mainland. Although, actually, really? Is that the best use of my time now that we've connected up over here? I doubt it. I really doubt it. Whereas my best science district is over here. But that's only because we've already built a good base. And I see a reasonable opportunity here for a good base to form around these strategics. Not really much out this way. We're still... Oh my god. Oh, we are just horrifically starving though, aren't we? I do indeed need to build more food first. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just sort of thread them in between. Science, of course, is also important to me. And I don't mind losing a few populations, gaining some scientists. It's okay. We can work around it. Scientific method. Beautiful. Favorite contemporary old culture? Maybe. Yeah, I think my personal favorite is probably the Soviets. What cultures do I want to see added in future? I'm personally biased, but I would love to see a New Zealand, Maori, Polynesia, Aboriginal. I'd love to see cultures from my continent, which at the moment is, I believe, really only represented by Australia in this era. That's basically it. So there's huge opportunity for some really seafaring focused nations, I think, as well. So I think from a design perspective, it works too. Sydney's stability is just crashing into the ground after surging out a whole load of districts for it. So I might just take this opportunity to build some Gareth Sons. 15 stability? Actually, we'd probably just go Commons Quarters. We lose some good adjacencies, potentially, but... I mean, we need the stability, so I'll do it. Build them in likely high built-up areas. Spam them out over the course of a few turns, and also grab the infrastructure as well. Cool, alright. I'll try and pick up some stability here. Why am I losing so much? It's just districts. It is literally just districts, 510. How much am I gaining? I hate they have to do the mental maths on it. It's quite annoying. See, another like small quality of life improvement that could go a long way. Global pollution! Yay! Global pollution is on the upward, and I am glad about it. We're now at pollution level low, and as the top polluter, me, Australia, go figure, historically accurate, we've gained 50 fame. We're famous for being bad. Bye, Forex Gamer. See you later, friend. Hobbiton culture for New Zealand. Want the final era to be split into the atomic and digital. Yeah, I would also like to see in future significant updates an extra era added onto the end as well, Huck. Yeah. It doesn't... Oh, I love the way it changes the look of the map. Oh, look how barren it looks. It looks so good like this. It looks, This is like the Civ filter, right? This is like what Civilization would look like if it was a more modern title. With this filter on. Very Civ colors. But maybe not this beautiful. I mean, Humankind really is... a beautiful looking Forex game. Let's end this turn. Stop rambling about beauty. Future era, yeah, kind of like a digital era, a post-contemporary, neo-contemporary digital era, post-digital era, whatever you want to call it. I would like to see that too. Yeah, totally. It's a really good idea. Yes, the new cultures arrive on the 20th of January. That's right, Al. Thank you very much for sharing that in Twitch. Sorry I didn't respond to that a little sooner. That is right. New cultures, 20th of Jan. 6 of them launching. 21st of January if you live in New Zealand. Sadly. Hey, on the bright side, Ethiopia is... Kapow! Kapow. No longer starving. Great result. We will, of course, need to future-proof it a little bit more, though. Let's not rest on our laurels just yet. Smash out some more districts. And the same ill fate is happening here. Stability. A big problem. So, let's smash down some somewhat influential ones of those. Might move those garrisons to the front of the queue. And then we should also look to do some more trading as well with whoever's not going to be our last war target. We do need a last war target, I remind. And you know what? Red could very well be that. The conquest for Australia. French versus Australia. It's probably going to be that. So let's gear up for that now by finding any pre-existing armies, including our navy, and bringing them over. We're going to need troops positioned out of Ethiopia to attack the Indian subcontinent potentially, although that looks very weak. I might focus my attention this way. Bring the navy here. 19 turns. That's a bit of a yikes. Although, to be fair, we'll probably still be in this era, so that's cool. I'll pull them this way anyway, because they do need to travel. It's a very long way around the world. Which makes me wonder whether I might be better to just get rid of these units and rebuild them somewhere else. Could build train stations to transport them quicker. We'll just use these as the invasion force here then. And position them, boom, at that harbour in 13 turns. Okay, cool. So we know that we're going to need to build some troops, and obviously Scumboland is a good place to do it. It could also help our food issues. So let's get some fairly lackluster troops together. I guess I'm still using rocket carts. And guns. I don't know about you. Yeah, we'll get some of our sly gunners. These are probably the best units. We'll get 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Brilliant. Alright, Scumberland's going to start working on an army. Yeah, and then we'll be able to take Indonesia as well. This looks really nice. This looks really nice, actually. What have we got here? Oh my god, it's the Roman Legion. Wow. Sure. Come on over to Tassie. Or Australia. Ooh. Maybe. Ooh. Okay, for now, let's move them to there, and then we'll upgrade them maybe once they get there. Maybe. Just need a little bit more food here, and then we're doing okay. Stability. Hemorrhages. So we'll try and fill that. Hopefully before it gets out of hand. Boom. And maybe not upgrading the Roman legions is a good idea. Because we need that sweet, sweet cash money to trade for more luxuries. With anybody and everybody who will trade with us. How about some new world trading partners?
How are you today?
Silver? You already own a license for it? Okay. Coal. Copper. Yeah, I guess we take coal. We'll grab it. Thank you very much. What I really want is, of course, luxuries, though. Yeah, that's silk. That is really good. Who's next?
Hail, sovereign.
Yep, I'm their sovereign.
Greetings.
You've
You
got
have need of
2
me?
lead. Ongoing demands? No.
This does very little
God.
to placate me.
I mean, seriously.
Let's forget this.
Right, let's trade luxuries, oi.
So,
Come on.
tell me,
We're missing out.
shall we become
I'm missing out on 2 lead, and I really need the stability right now.
How can I say?
I'll come back to that. This army is double, triple promoted, which is really good because we've got all that infrastructure. Help boost our crappy units up a little bit more. A little bit more. Roman legions are OP since you place them next to each other. They are very good. Keep them, you think? Surely they're too low. Right now we're only open to channel members and Twitch subs. Yes, that is right. And patrons as well. Ooh, still pretty starving. More farms. You want more farms? Fine. But you also need more stability, you fools. Sort of plop some garrisons around. Plop some Goman's quarters around. Nice. Bring those sort of in and through, in and through. And keep it on builder mode, I guess. This is worrisome. Okay, we have an event. The Great Smog. Food? Yeah. Stability. Yes. Let's be stable. Scumboland is stable. If it's already stable, I'm going to be mad. Oh my god, it didn't even make a difference. Oh, Scumboland, what are you doing? Oh, you're about to hemorrhage stability like there's no tomorrow. Okay. Let's just quickly fix this by literally just destroying stuff and replacing it with commons quarters, or placing new ones. They're all pretty garbage, and New Zealand is full. We'll have to turn to garrisons. The old garrison slap. Alright, let's do it. Pow, pow. Pow, pow. Good. We'll garrison the Sydney Opera House as well. Dang, roughhousing Australians. I'm hoping a combined approach between this and trade will be enough. Time will tell. Okay, Bluey. Give me that lead. Wait, how did you lose a lead? Oh, I must have already... Did he lose the lead that I just bought? I'll be very mad. Hey, let's trade everything.
Let us formalize our mutual
Are you kidding me?
We accept.
You charge me to trade you everything? Do you have any idea how great of a deal this is for you? I'll do it, because I'm desperate. So I suppose, well played. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, 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 bye.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for you? What? What? Stop getting in the way of my record attempt, dang you! The Siamese have declared war.
We have exhausted peaceful solutions. I must choose
Peanut
the alternative.
butter, no.
Ah, am I supposed to be scared?
Why would you
I have bad
do this? What are you hoping to achieve? An invasion of the... Well, this doth throw a... Huh. Okay. Slight change of plans. Gonna need a slightly stronger navy than we thought. Navy, of course, gonna be incredibly important for us now as we look to defend our borders. Best way to do it is with a navy. My best ships are not the best, to be fair. But, hey, they're alright. Just gonna shoot them to the front of the queue. Because 69 turns is not gonna happen. And let's make sure that they're being produced in a spot that is actually reasonable and logical. Yes, they are being produced in the port of Waikato, so that's fine. You are gonna rendezvous with some boats coming out of here, right? Yes. Where are they being produced? There, ideally. 1, 2, 3. Cool. That'll put us up to 8. And then it'll be an 8... you're not even the enemy, but it will be an 8v8, assuming that they have the same boats as them. Or, we go on an aggressive strike. Actually, you know what? This city is literally doing nothing right now. So... let's get another fleet down here. Take this off industry focus, though, maybe. Redistribute some resources around. This fleet will be less important, is what I'm considering. So we can build that over a longer period of time. Focus on getting some money, because of course upkeep is going to be awful. A couple of very good looking harbours there for money and stuff. And then we'll just hoover up the rest of that those infrastructures, and we're away laughing! I think we should get a poll and a prediction going. Now that I've had war declared on me, we've got 50 turns left. What do you think my final fame score will be? I'm at exactly 21,000 at the moment. And I think German U-boat are awesome. Oh, yes, I should definitely... Peanut butter always yes. Shut it. I should definitely... definitely build some of those U-boats. So let's focus on that. For our predictions, I'm going to go 21,000 plus. Your next option will be 22,000 plus. And then the final option, I'm going to do 24,000 plus. I'm going to do 21, 22, and 24. Josh, Al, final boss, guesses roughly within ballpark of my polling. Okay, good, good, good. It's polling time. Head to the booths. Not Democracy 4. Oh, we just ticked over 50 concurrent live viewers on YouTube and 50 likes. So thank you very much to everybody who's already dropped the like and left, and to the new people. And also, thanks Huck for running the poll on Twitch. Twitch, of course, has slightly more options when it comes to polling. But for now, we've listed them as the same, which I think was a good idea. Please do place your votes on either and or both platforms. And we'll see who's right. I'm not sure what I think it's going to end up. 21k is kind of the I lose option. Boats, nukes, something comes out of nowhere and stunts my growth. Maybe a war. 22k maybe the most probable, because of course that's covering 20 all the way from 22 to 23,999. Drive away today for 23,999. So it's got quite a lot of coverage. And then you have 24,000 plus. If you really think I am in that sort of top record setting sort of level, 24, 25,000 is quite good. It would definitely be an on-stream record for me if we got that far. I think 22,000 and something is our on-stream record for Humankind difficulty. Interesting as well that I got it on this map, which has fewer luxuries and strategics.
Yes,
I wonder what I could have done if I had more resources at my disposal. Our trade is suspended. They're leveraging 3 demands over me. They're demanding that I declare war on Brazil, surrender to the Siamese, and pay them $4,200. Well. Okay. Right, what have you got? It'd be useful if this person was my
How are you today?
ally, really.
Let us
What say you?
formalize our mutual appreciation.
I find your proposition outlandish
Wow.
at best.
Really?
You have no
Should I just bully them into being my... Oh, they've oppressed me to days. I'm gonna demand that they be my ally.
Not known for my
Because I think that's really funny.
Danger every
I demand that you buddy up with me! Love it. Okay, Scumboland is getting its defensive fleet online as well. And so is this city. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. And the Great Merger. Just in time. Look at this! we need to intercept these troops before they make landfall. So we're going to have to be... Oh, lordy lord. Okay. Okay. I think actually we move back and defend. Defend and hold. Huge. We're gonna need... we're gonna need some defenders for our lands as well. 3 troops in Huge. Ethiopia, we will up its firepower as well. Give it a rocket cart and one of our better dudes, maybe. And then this city also likely needs to just build troops. Oh, this is not how I envisioned this going. But, I think we can win this. I don't think this will be a loss, put it that way. What have we got here? My Roman legions. Might need you back here, buddy. Send you down this way. Literally back to where they came. They're like, really? You made us sail all the way out here? Just to make us sail all the way back? Yep. I'm sorry. Okay, the poll is up. Current rankings are... We're halfway through the Twitch poll. 21 live viewers. Get voting! So far, 24,000 plus is winning. And on YouTube, a much stronger support at 22,000 plus. In fact, by far and away, nearly 2/3 of voters think that I'll finish on 22,000 plus. Not as good as I had hoped, but it's okay. Right, merge up these armies. Defensive troops at the... What are you doing? Ah. Do I want to trade my naval fleet for their... Do I want to take advantage of this and risk my entire fleet? Yes. Because they can't reinforce until next turn. Let's give them space. Please, please, please. Deploy. And then block that deployment. Now we're away and laughing. Let's just... Oh, if they jump onto the land, it will be annoying though. Let's end around and see what they do. Yep, okay, so they're going to jump onto land, but also sail at me. Good. It doesn't even matter if they go onto land, but the ones that sail at me are the biggest losers, so I'll sink them first. Gonna redeploy a couple more out to sea. Oh yeah. Yes. Sink that one. Sink that one. They're shooting the ship that is holding their deploy, which is quite annoying. I'm gonna need to now really focus fire on these annoying ones. Maybe sail you away and block that with you. This has gone very well indeed. Yeah, very cool. If I take their flag next turn, that'll force them out, and we're away absolutely hilariously laughing at them. Hey, Tinker, good to see ya. And Pete, back as well, playing Merchant Cultures, making 10k plus. Yeah, final boss. Sorry, I did see your comment earlier. I didn't respond to it because I was talking about something else, but I read it. I do love a good naval playthrough, and I love a good merchant playthrough as well. When the new DLC launches, you can bet your backside there'll be some of that action, because we are getting new cultures, which will totally change up and Uno Reverso everything we already know. Okay, how strong are you? 43 combat strength. How strong am I? 57. We have a clear advantage, but we don't have the numbers. Mason, what do they mean? So, I wonder if we launch a counter attack here as well with some melee units. We could. Either way, I'll take that flag. I won't auto-resolve. I'll just end the round. If one unit survives, I don't mind. But it won't, because it's going to come here and try and defend its flag. Which it's going to be absolutely destroyed for trying to do. You sunk my battleship. Oh, that unit is weak as well. So let's send that one away. Block the spawn with that one. And try and get some experience with these guys. Wow, that was awesome. I can't heal these units fast enough. At this point, actually, they could almost just sit here and heal up for a turn. I might as well... might as well save my money. Let's just heal everybody. Float right here. If they want to take me on next turn, I'll take them. These guys are going to float right here as well. Feeling a little stupidly aggressive at the moment. So I reckon we show them who's boss. And oh my god, Sydney's going to be in trouble. Looks like Sydney's a huge target. Okay, that's alright. That's fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry, look, my ally's going to bring their great swordsman over to help. Oh dear, actually, our ally could be a real weak point for us. Okay, let's get some good defense units in place. Could go for this defense by the sea as well. We will. We'll go for a balanced approach. Sydney should be able to gear up before they arrive. And to be honest, we could probably do a trade with them. So, let's test that idea by sending these units out and these units to replace them. That'll be fun. A little bit of fun. Research Institute will net me 100 fame, but really the question is, should I be shooting for a better unit right now? And I think the answer is probably yes. That being said, we still have a lot of progress to be made with science. Really a lot of progress to be made. Like, plus 25 science is garbage. But, oh, if I could double my industry with fusion reactor, it might be the play. I don't know. Is now the time? Not yet. We do want our U-boat as well. Mechanization is just a good improvement. Like, this probably just makes my cities good, so I might just focus on that. Yep. Take him down, Huck. Pew pew! You're all good, Final. Said I can't play Civ 6 anymore since the 2K... Oh, there was an update to the 2K launcher. Did it not fix it for you? That's such a shame. If only it were an 80s, an 80s PG. Oh my goodness. Hey, BKA2 King. Thank you so much for following on Twitch. Guess what follower number you are? I'll tell you. 525! How about it? Alright. Where do you think you're going, chump? We'll just sort of trail this. Sort of creepily stalk it from behind in a slightly aggressive manner. Right up next to it. But heal, because we're not quite at full health yet. Wait a minute, these are Karaks. We don't care. Yeah, you better run. Remember that they ran down into the fog. Okay. Oh, please, finish this boat. Should we do the 3v7? Let's try it. Dang, they ran away from that too? What the... I need to get these units and the boats close to each other before I go pursuing, just in case they saw them and decided to come up and fight them. That's why I maneuvered quite strangely that turn, if you're wondering. I am also just a moron, so it could just be that. Alright. Sail that way. We've now got an extra boat to join in, so if they were scared last time, look how scared they're gonna be now! Hey, they ran into the fog. Hey, thanks, Ben! I feel like war diplomacy is the weakest part. In my opinion, it was better in Civ. Final boss, yeah, that's a pretty good observation. I find in particular that multi-party war diplomacy is a little weak in Humankind. And I think that Civilization handles that better, even if it doesn't handle it in a particularly miraculous or forward-thinking way. It does it well enough that it works. And works well. Manual battle. Absolute mayhem. Right, I have first mover advantage, which basically means that they lose, because, I'm the best. No, that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say was, these units in coastal tiles can take them out in one shot, so we just sink half the fleet turn one. They're not even going to take a single ship out. Is it just me or using the bombard action or airstrike action is buggy? Yeah, it is slightly. I've noticed some sort of UI bugs with it, like it'll happen but it won't tell you. But I think if they can fix it, it's a really interesting system. So I really hope that they focus on that, because it's quite a cool idea to be able to provide air support in a slightly more passive or nuanced way, maybe. Boom, ba-boom, boom, boom, ba-boom. Sunk. There's a militarist star, so we are profiting from this, don't forget. We're going to move these two in unison across the ocean, see if we can have a little skirmish, at the very least, at Amsterdam. And it looks to me like the Sydney Flyers are on their way. And we're going to be producing some units here in the capital just in time. So that's fine. Next turn we'll have 5... melee units, and combine that with the peasantry, we should be able to defend against some Karaks. You know what, actually, the peasantry could be strong enough to defend against those boats themselves. Might be a better idea to just build a couple of my own boats. Hey, but don't worry. My toadie's bringing in his boats. They're basically just planks of wood with paddles, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Okay, so Ben's reminded me very aptly that they went down into the fog. So let's see if we can sniff them out. Aha! Brilliant. Maneuver you that way. Hey, where do you think you're going? Come back here! I'm not done with you! Let's intercept. Because we do have a second fleet now. Dun 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 dun. Look at it go. How good! The great merger. Not sure why it turned sideways. Look, it's about to strike. Cool. Alright, heal up this fleet here in friendly waters and go for the ultimate intercept move to finish off the last threat here. You units can be garrisoned and hold. Do we want to... Ooh. Oh no! They're going for the weakest target! Sydney wasn't their target! It was Oyam all along! Probably. Okay, that changes my plans. I'm glad that I built those boats. Let us build some more boats. We'll grab 1, 2, 3, 4, I'd say. Could try and intercept this. It is just Karaks, but the thing that scares me is there's one man of war unit. So I won't fight with just these two. But next turn, these two will have a friend. We're hemorrhaging gold per turn now, which means that I can't make those stars up. So I need to start cost saving. Largely, of course, it's going to be my very expensive fleet that's costing us a lot of money. We're also hemorrhaging stability, something awful. So I might just take some preemptive action and just cancel freedom of speech and enact a statewide propaganda plan that will prevent any empire revolution.
If people can spout any
Boom.
sort of garbage,
We also have judicial control, which I could also use to enforce some stability. You can see +5 stability on garrison would move me away from liberty. What's interesting about liberty, of course, is that I don't really need influence anymore, but, I mean, who wants authority? No one. So I'm not really incentivized to take it. I'm going to go with the +3 stability on district effect that the People's Assembly will provide us. That is a really good pickup. 2 really good changes, actually. Statewide propaganda, really quickly, just to make sure that if something goes really horrifically wrong, the Empire can't revolt. And then we'll back it up by building the infrastructure improvement that the People's Assembly provides. Instantly, hopefully fixing our stability issues. But again, if it doesn't, then people can't revolt against me. And we can swap that civic back to cheaper civics if we want to. I probably did it in the wrong order, though, on reflection. I should have done them the other way around. But, look, we can't all be sweaty nerds, okay? I'm joking. Let's put fertilizer plant and the People's Assembly in to try and turn this horrific stability around. Pollution is what's really hurting. Might be time now that we just completely remove all of our blinking super builder mode 5 millions. Start to make some more money. And look, yeah, we are actually building a stability base back here now as well. Brilliant stuff. Okay. Let's immediately move these infrastructures to the front of the queue. Infrastructures at this point in the game are way better than these districts that I have queued. And we're looking good. Judicial control was just unlocked, but I was 2 steps ahead of it. How do you like me now? Speaking of how do you like me now? How do you like me now? They're just out of range. We'll sort of move in and along the side of them. Try and herd them, if you will. Playing as Australia, my stability fell through the floor. Yeah. Luckily, the Empire-wide revolution thing is a good way to stop complete revolutions. If you have enough people or units in a city, you can destroy the rebels and get your military stars from them. And if you've already got your aesthete stars, which I have, then arguably influence isn't really giving you much more unless you want to trade or merge cities, right? So losing stability at the end of the game, particularly once you've got your influence stars, is actually really not a big deal. In fact, those who watched my last game where we focused on that may remember that I ended up with something like -1 million influence and just 0 stability everywhere always. But it didn't matter because they couldn't revolt. More science and money. Yeah, builder mode off. I agree. Seemed like a really good decision. No more freedom here. Sorry, Super Steve-O. Freedom is, shall we say, temporarily banned. Freedom is temporarily banned. Yeah. I'm going to close that victory conditions fame poll now, because of course we're moving into the point where I'm going to start to maybe earn some. So we'll close that poll off. I'm not sure if I have any other curiosities at the minute, but if I get to a crucial decision point, I will of course poll it to ya. What is going on here? Oh, they're making big plays. The rebels of the Aztecs have created their own city. Ah, I'd love to steal that. Let's just kind of make our way over and see if we can. We need to move this way anyway. Oh no, look! Oh, look. Wow. Player 2 is going nuts with war. The AI is woken up. So we'll move in around here to try and block it from moving any further south. I would have liked to have been there, but that's okay. And I'll even take the 6v8. Oh, you should have taken the 6v8, man. You should have gone for the 6v8. Because now you've got an 8v8. Ay, ay, ay. I'm going to take a very quick break to grab a drinks refill, but I won't leave you on the BRB screen this time. Instead, you can watch this naval battle play out. I'm going to let the AI handle it. Goodness gracious. and we'll see how it goes. I'll see you in a minute. Oh my god, he was reheating his coffee. Hey! Firstly, Scott, that joke about the auto-resolve was hilarious. Secondly, sorry, all I said was, wow, the auto-resolve did a really good job. Which, for the most part, it seems to have. Although, let's be fair, the deck was probably stacked in its favour. Although, did this unit get away? I mean, come on. Oh, you... You know what? You're not worth my time. Let's leave. Wait, what is this? How did that get through? Oh, they distracted me down here with their shenanigans. Dang it. Okay. We can probably deal with this hermano. What do we got? 45, 53. Yeah, we'll come and take this on, I think. Let's march. Send the rocket carts. Forward. Where are these yobbos gonna go? One of these two cities, probably. So, try and get ourselves in, like, an administrative center or something. If I pump this way, and then we quickly... How's this for Sweetie Tryhard? Build 2 Gareth Sons. Oh, it's gonna take 3 turns. That's awful. Why are you so bad? You know what? You can be bad. It's not even a big deal. If it happens to coincide, we may end up with a garrison there. If not, no big deal. It looks like this city is relatively safe because I have this extra fleet down here right now. So let's, again, just send the Roman legions on another march. Lucky they were born to march! Did I ever see anything? Hey, Jumbo was muted. Gonna keep my eye a little closer on Twitch chat as well now. Righto. Fresh yourself up with a drink. Yeah. I probably can't even sing that. Mechanization researched. Fantastic. The people want mechs. And they want this infrastructure vastly more than they want any district, I think. Even when we're trying to build units, I think we still just need to go infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure everywhere, especially that new stability one. Also, I like the comment about me assuming supreme powers as Chancellor. That was kind of funny. That made me laugh while I was making a drink. I was reading chat on my phone. I usually do. Okay. What do I do with this mess? First and foremost, we clearly need some naval superiority back this way, in a major way. Particularly accompanying these poor units. So that's priority number 1. Priority number 2 might be to actually fan out a little more across the ocean. Chase down this unit with this. Bring these guys out this way. Roman legions, like I say, you're gonna move up there to Wakatangi Chips and merge with them. Ooh, okay, Research Institute is now much more achievable for me. I might grab microbiology or combustion engine first, perhaps. Nope. Civil engineering. For money. Microbiology. Then... Research Institute first? We're not really turning our industry into science. So, I'm going to say a hard no on that one. And actually continue to grab civil engineering for the money and microbiology for the growth. Alright. Starting to build up a bit of science now. What was my science, actually? 6,300. Okay. We've put in the hard yards and it's starting to pay off. Good. Oh my... What am I? The world's punching bag? Seriously? Who? Why?
You ignore me? You insult me? Here it comes.
I would not.
You suck.
De quoi voulez-vous? So, tell me.
Brazil, we should be friends. We can rule the world, not destroy each other. Seriously, though. We should be friends.
Right, of course.
Can't you see? We could carve up all of these morons. Nobody rivals us. On the bright side, there is a huge silver lining here. And it starts with Os and ends with Dingo stole my baby. It's Australia. Haha. Okay. By declaring war on me here, they may have bitten off more than they can chew. Let's send the fleet that we'd handily prepared earlier in Scumboland around and down to Krakow, not sure. And Paris looks so weak, we'll stomp through with these units and embarrass them by the fact that we have the Eiffel Tower. Eat it. You can kindly step well away from what you're moving toward. Thank you. And everyone else is looking pretty. This territory has no land. There should be a way, I suppose, to claim sea territories. Especially in the more modern eras, where maybe we could be building oil refineries or something ludicrous like an artificial island. Oh my god. Watch them run once they see me coming. They better. You better run. It's 7v8, which is probably playing this a little close. Hey, global pollution is high. As the top polluter, we gained 100 fame. It feels good to be bad. Let's just completely stop this. Hey, where do you think you're going? This one, I believe we will manual. Speaking of manual, how are polls going? What are we voting? Never. Never, the most common option. Followed by rarely, followed by sometimes, and then usually always not particularly. That is roughly what I expected. Roughly. The bots! Get out of here! Aha! In the future era, yeah. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be whole cities. It could just be small, like, sort of colony outpost kind of things. Those domes in Civ 6. Okay, gunner out. Old cannon thing in. Let's fight. It's really not going to go well for them. Oh, feels bad for the elephant, though. You know what? You say never, I say always! Let's see what the AI can do for me. While I thank Jammers. Hey, Jammers, 195. Thank you very much for the 5p. £5, rather. Jammers, £5 super chat says, adapt, improvise, overcome. Now, coming from the new Aussie Industries. Solid Green. Adapt, improvise, and overcome. Let it be known. Led by none other than Grand Chancellor, yours truly. Amazing. Amazing. Again, sorry that the text shows up rather unusually today. Hopefully my reading out did it justice. Thanks so much, Jammers, for helping me do what I do. Helping keep the streams alive. You're a legend. Hello? Yes. Minus 20% stability loss per turn on city or outpost. Criminals must be penalized with the loss of their worldly possessions? I mean, who cares about plus 100% delay between two crisis-independent people spawn on all cities? I mean, I guess, yeah, the cities are revolting, you slow down their spawns. But really, they're just military stuff, right? So, like... who cares? Let's just do this. Let's just take their stuff.
Just don't
Forfeiture.
turn the legal
Sounds good.
system into a surreptitious way to impoverish your enemies.
Hey, thanks for subscribing. And Jammers has been a member for 2 freaking months. It's always fine. I'll watch when I can. Also 2 months. Woo! Wicked. 2 months. You're awesome. Speaking of awesome, there's our gold military stars. It just leaves these really, really sad, neglected stars that I've ignored for the whole game. Feels bad. How can we really improve this? Maybe the space orbital is my jump rather than fusion power. It could be. I wouldn't usually do the space orbital jump though. Because it's kind of dumb. +1 money on regular district. Yeah. None of these really act as super science catalysts. But there are definitely some earlier in the piece. Suburbs is quite good as well for +1 stability on pop. Social housing is useful for all of those extra slots. And then of course we have uranium. Whew. What does this look like? So it gets me fighter jets, rocket science, wait, no. What? Fighter jets, radar, aerial warfare. Okay, that's good. I wanted that because I wanted aluminium. I did want oil as well, so that's fine. What else is it doing before then? Ah, microbiology. And... I thought I got mercantilism. It's not industry poo. Oh no, I chose to ignore it because it didn't really matter, but I'll queue it up. It's risky. Because we've ignored those stars the whole game, we have such a huge amount to catch up that the record dream could almost be shattered. It's a shame to say it, but it could be. Just didn't focus on them enough. We never chose a merchant culture, and we never chose a science culture. And I ignored them for a really long time. Like, their districts and so on. I'll trigger this fight with the Teutonic Knight, because it's a fast boy. Ocean homesteads. There we go. That's a good word. That's a good word for it. I like it. Supply lines? Yeah, that would be cool. More of a... Ha! Yeah, stop chopping your tree. More of a manual addition to especially later game trade. What's this fleet doing? Who knows? What's this fleet doing? Waiting to be destroyed. Oh, I thought if I click Insta before they can think about it, it'll just force them into it, but apparently not. That's a shame. Let's chase him down. Chase him born. Let's go. Okay. They'll probably just keep running. But maybe not. We'll see. Hey, who's that? Who dis? Everybody's got their fancy boats now, huh? Look at this. This is awful deployment. We're gonna win this handedly. Wonder if we... Oh, we can't sail around either. That is awful. It's the great battle. The great battle. My goodness. The UK's never seen a naval battle like it in modern history, so close to its shores. Although, to be fair, it's only 1655. So it probably has, actually. It most certainly has. Heal up the particularly weak ships, and then do their thing. And... let's forward march in here and teach these absolute morons the lesson of their life. I believe they have a pretty low caliber of units. Yes and no by the looks. Yes and no. I may have slightly underestimated their strength by refusing to deploy. I'm gonna put the horse there as bait? Question mark? I guess. Try and just get these units up to high ground. Likewise with you. There we go. That's sort of what the deploy should have looked like. We can sort of shoot down at them a bit there too. Okay, good. Alright, now I feel a bit better and more prepared. We can roll through. Hey, Devilish! Good to see you, friend! Oh, actually, Devilish, speaking of you, your membership icon reminded me. YouTube doesn't give me a lot of tools to engage with members, but it does give me good statistics. Like constantly up-to-date statistics on when people join, leave, upgrade, downgrade, how long they've been in each membership tier, whether we know whether it's sort of funded or not funded, i.e. it's about to be cancelled. That's kind of like a heads up, this one's about to expire. And the reason why I bring it up is because I noticed that you are literally like the first. Literally the first. You're like right at the very top of the list. So shout out to you, friendo. Battle of the Irish Channel Jammers. Very well put. That's sort of what I was trying to say. If you feel like the pacing of the game areas and text is a bit off, depending on your game speed, yes. Maybe still a little bit in the late game. Not terribly though, no. Pow pow pow! Yes! Yes! Oh, it's so good. Do I want to be more aggressive with this? Sure. Apparently not. Let's just march right up here so that we can get a good look at what's going on. That'll let us shoot at that bad boy. Yeah. That is awesome. Hey, Allied Devilish, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Devilish says, kia ora, mate. Looks like it's time to unalive. Very algorithm friendly. The Brits. Very America of you. Very America of you, yeah. Just chilling. It's a work day. It is indeed. Must be, if you work normal, regular hours, maybe sort of moving towards the end of your day. What is the time with you Americans? It must be like, sort of like 3, 4, 5 p.m.-ish. Hopefully moving toward the end of the day. Hey, Jammers! Resubscribed! Prime for 2 months! Oh, I said it before and I'll say it again. I didn't think anybody would come back for seconds. I appreciate it. Okay. To shoot or not to shoot? Auto-resolve! Yeah, that'll teach him. That'll teach him. We can consider that done. The fleet is going to be able to strike next turn as well. A resounding success. Speaking of resounding success, there's another one. Heal those units up. And these guys ended up being a total and complete and utter waste of time. Sounds about right. We'll leave them there anyway. Microbiology gives us +2 stability per researchers. Sometimes useful, other times not. Let's remove ourselves from industry and put ourselves on science and take ourselves off builder mode. I need all the science I can get, please, and thank you. Slows down the building of that industry something tremendous. And the stability here is currently at 2%. Yikes. But it is what it is. We're prepared. We've got executive powers to shut down revolutions. We'll be fine. Everything's fine. Just be grateful you're being governed at all. Huge is the only one that is managing to stay stable. Because we didn't go stupid crazy with districts. We could go onto builder mode, of course, and remedy this, but I don't see any need. Hey, capital punishment. +5 stability on commons quarters, or +5 food on farmers' quarters. Oh. We need to continue to grow. To get more scientists and merchants to fill these jobs. And while the stability is desired, it doesn't have any impact on food output that I can think of. Therefore, even though we're mutinous, I am going to opt for rehabilitation instead of lifetime sentences. How good. +5 food on farmers' quarters.
There's nothing wrong with a society
Boom.
based on boundless optimism.
Boundless optimism. Unlimited power. 1457 on the West Coast. Never eat soggy wheat bix. West Coast time. Yeah. Scaling of units to walls. They're more fences, if you will. Amazing. Okay. Oh yes. This is ridiculous. Boom. They probably know, of course, that I, you know, can't actually destroy them. But I can move in with my boats and look threatening and sort of thin out the pack a little bit. Unless they just keep walking toward me, which it looks like they're, for whatever reason, going to do. Brilliant. Well, that was a ridiculously easy siege that could have very easily been awarded if they just hid back on this hill, however. And there is the seizure of... well, 2 central territories in Australia anyway. Didn't quite get the whole thing yet. But seizing these 2 is fine. It also, of course, seizes us a huge chunk of Indonesia above. Wicked. How do you like that, you moron? Huh? Huh? And who's the other one that thought they could take a piece of this pie? For some reason, it was you. Oh, yeah, and you're doing poorly, but we didn't really make them pay. I'm more of a fan of brutal retaliation, so let's... can we make it down here? I don't know if the fleet can actually be useful. 3 turns it can be. The troops won't get there until much later. We'll keep sending them this way just in case, but that is interesting to note. That the ships will arrive on time. Not sure if the troops will, though. I can help them arrive on time by not fighting. So I'm not going to fight that one unit. Because I don't want to get any more victories. Because that will lose me war support. So... stop the fighting. Get away from me. I don't want to fight you. Go. Oh, how dare you. They blocked my... oh. I am this close to kicking their Okay, let's just keep moving. Let's just... Oh, look, it's going to happen again as well. I mean, if I can make it here and take this, I will. So let's sail the fleet over. In real insult to injury, let's burn Paris to the ground. Because that is hilarious. See ya, Pelly. Keep this one, though. Look at this powerhouse. Wow. Okay, a city for everyone. I don't really want to lose money or science. I guess I'm happy to gain stability. Don't need to shift the axis at all. Let's grab some extra stability. And now this is going to be annoying. We need to go like, sort of, yeah, out and around like that. That's perfect. Oh, they are way out to sea. Okay, I'm going to have to ultimate gamer moves, try and click and move here before this unit moves one tile to block my movement. And now I'm sort of disincentivized to not sink that as well, so we'll just wait. Okay. 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 Come on. Barring no pop-ups. Wait, where are we? Okay. Barring no pop-ups, I can do this. Army selected. Movement at the ready. We're going there. Go. Go. Go, 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 go. Yes. Yes. Now if we can quickly get here before they move to block. Good one. And we're in range of a siege. They're gonna take the fight to me. Great result. What I was hoping for. Because of course we're going in completely blind here. We could completely lose. I don't know. I don't know. But we've got the flag because they decided to trigger the fight with me. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you battle a city, and they choose to come out in sortie, and you have control of the flag, i.e. it's in the area where you have deployed, not them, they are forced to try and capture this flag, and they will do anything to do it at great cost. I mean, look at this. Look, like, why are these units stepping out from behind the walls? It's gonna take 100 damage. You know? Woof. So what I can do is just sit back here, defend my flag, even potentially swap in and out units to keep them alive. I don't want to get too close to the city. It's not worth me getting too close to the city, because the closer I get, the more things will be able to shoot me. So I'm happy to just kind of move around the edges like this. If I miss a bit of damage, so be it. So we took 1, 2... So I think if we're mainly just taking hits from these, then we should just sink these. That will force the peasants out. Which will hopefully allow our coastal raiders to coastally raid. From Castle wrong. Ooh, wow, 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 wow. Let's sink you. You. Yeah, I'll sail around here, why not? Boom. Keep the 2 damaged boys back here. Bring them back in if we need them. But for now, we'll just keep them aside. This is it. This is plan working to perfection. So far, so good. Okay, the damaged ships are taking a bit of a hit. We'll keep using them as bait, but we'll bait out this way a bit more. Thank you so much for following along, Snuff, on Twitch. You are follower number 526. Go you. Alrighty. I see a unit, I shoot a unit. These ones I can shoot at from a tremendous range. So we'll focus fire in on one, try and reduce the amount of incoming damage. That will carry on next turn. Cool, and we've flipped that from being an unfavorable fight to a favorable one. How about it? Hey, Aeromorph Goddess! Wonderful name. Followed along as well. Thank you for following. You know what number you are. 527. Just keep watching this. Bit of a stalemate. More there just to protect my toady than anything. Okay, back to the main task at hand, this fight. And trying to minimize damage from these, I'm assuming peasants with guns. Right? Yeah, conscripts. Wow, conscripts? I don't think I have conscripts. I mean, geez, I hope these I hope these boats like conscripts. We're just gonna back right off. We've got the flag. In fact, we could actually back right off and bait them into the ocean to take the flag. That'll be the move. Let's back right off next round. Everybody. Unless there's a... No, actually, you know what? I'm not even going to be greedy. Let's just run. Oh, you want a flag? Oh, you mean this flag? Let's shoot this guy on the way out. Pew! Pew! Teach him a lesson. Alright, now, the flag is undefended. Oh no! Whatever will I do? Aha! You fools! Every time. Every time! Unfortunately, of course, I do have to actually send a ship back to this tile now to reclaim it, so... I mean, that kind of sucks. But, gotta spend money to make money. Let's sacrifice this double promoted one by sailing it in here and getting vision there. It's only doing 16. Okay. Okay, that was not as great of a turn as last time, but still pretty good. I'm worried the war's gonna be over. Because we're too slow. Just get Ethiopia's distributions better now. All science, I think, because science will make us money. So we probably do want a distribution that looks a lot like this. Get to work on those garrisons again here. Lift up the stability slowly. We could, of course, do a games, but I don't know about that. Yeah, Devilish, you're so right. Devilish, with a $1.99 super chat says, time to play Capture the Flag. I think you're absolutely right, Devilish. It is well and truly time to play Capture the Flag pirate style. Thank you for the super chat. Let's play. But maybe... we sort of approach a little more aggressively with our weaker units. Because they can sweep in here and do a tremendous amount of damage. Like, we can reduce a lot of incoming damage if I front foot this a little bit more now. Especially because they have so few units. We're not going to be taking as much. So, yeah. I'm going to move in. With haste. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Unexpected. That sucks. Lost my prize ship and I'm really angry about it. Sink him for his crimes. Really? No visibility anywhere? That sucks. We've left the flag undefended. As bait, mayhap? I hope this is their last unit. It appears as though it could be. Yes! Great success. Okay. We took a few losses in the process, sadly. But capturing this out of the dastardly Siamese, just in the nick of time as well, is going to do us wonders. And we'll probably hold Argentina, Chile, whichever mixture of countries we've ended up with here. Paraguay? Uruguay? Chile? Argentina? Either way. Uruguay's could be a little high up, actually. Paraguay could be a little high up, actually. My South American geography, not so hot. Well, I mean, hot enough. Hot enough. That's right. That's how we rate our geography now. I mean, it's hot enough. How are we doing? 69 likes on YouTube. Thank you very much to everybody who supported the stream today. Even with just a like or comment or just a view goes a long way. But especially to the new or returning members and Super Chat donors. Really grateful for you. Let's make landfall. Even though we're about to win. It's such a shame, actually. I could have purposefully lost that. But, nah, I don't see the need. There's a research institute, and we are close to victory in the war. Again, a bit of a shame, but that's alright.
A whole range of ever more perplexing questions.
No. I'm not changing my civics. Thank you kindly. With 187 war score, we cannot vassalize them, but we will take a prize for our fighting. City that we occupy, I suppose. Yeah. I'll take it all, and I'll take $390 for my trouble. Now, don't try that again. Let this be a lesson to you. Think Civ 6 does better than Humankind, final boss? One thing that shoots to my mind immediately is sort of geopolitics, particularly in the late game. While I don't love Civ 6's diplomacy world congress system, the fact that it even has one is miles above. I think Humankind would really benefit from one, personally, and I think that's something Civ 6 does much better. Also, of course, Civ by its nature has more of a connection to a single historical leader, right? And there's trade-offs, of course. You can't play as yourself, but you can play as recognizable historical figures. So I think it captures, obviously, historical leaders better. I also think that the rest of the differences between the games, it's hard to say which one's, for me anyway, it's hard to say what's better or worse. It's just kind of different. Like, you know, the territories versus no territories and relatively open settling. I don't really consider either game to do it better. They just kind of do it differently. These guys want to trade with me now, which is hilarious, but I'll accept it because I need the stability. So let's just hoover all of this stuff back up. I did that in a very strange order. But cool. Alright, we've opened up trade again with our former foe. Let's convert this. Let's Australianize this place with a strip mining complex. It's got plenty of room to grow and plenty of food to do so. So I'll just let it do its thing. Quite nice to pick up a new city, actually. Quite nice to pick up a new city. Oh yeah, and we burnt this one to the ground. That was fun. Let's replace that with one of our own territories. Smash down one of those. Cheeky harbour. Couple of forests in the old outback. Don't mind if I bloody well do. There we go. Really just for fun. I don't really care about mitigating pollution. In fact, I'd like to watch the world burn. It does add a lot of industry though. But also, call it the Australian Beautification Project. If you consider it to be more beautiful. Because boom, look at this. Hey? Who said it couldn't be done? We've just immediately planted an entire forest in the outback. Brilliant. Oh, our cities look quite cool too. Look at these little guys. That is awesome. Anyway. What am I doing? Oh, yes. Right, so Bibli Boss is done. Technically, the French are still being a bit of a pain in the backside, but might just work to put the fleet relatively centrally back in a defensive spot over here. You have served your purpose. Farewell. And you might as well march down here and hold this city. Which is currently being occupied. Or, actually, we could just jump up and make a play here. Let's do it. Unfortunately, Panama's not letting me through. So, we will just have to defend those guys. I said, defend those guys. Please! Yeah, Civ 6 definitely made improvements over Civ 5. Although, I feel like maybe the only way it didn't in regard to diplomacy was maybe the Diplo victory. Neither of them, I consider them both to be fairly imperfect, but in my experience, Civ 6 is maybe just a little bit worse. It's a little bit too tokenized, I think. But otherwise, totally agree. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, of course, Civilization 6 has considerable strengths over Civilization 5. In some ways, but not others. I'm a big proponent of Civ 5 still being a very good game. One of my absolute favourites. As a professional tree planter in Australia, I can tell you, that brings a tear to my bloody eye, mate. I'm glad. Hey, a couple of first-time chats from viewers over on Twitch as well. Oh my god, I was just watching your YouTube videos. Hey, Neurologics! That is awesome! Welcome in, friend! And my name, Vittorio, says Australian leadership think the world should burn as well. Clearly. We also have a decision to make around Wales. Let's ban it. No more whales!
Of an ideology access?
Okay?
Well,
Just stop eating whales. We're gonna refuse secularism coming out of South America. Absolutely not. Thanks for following along, Neurologics. You the man. Follower number 528, I believe. So, you know. That is the quote, Al. Vox Populi Civ 5 feels like could have maybe the best AI in the genre. Sten. Something I have been wanting to cover for such a long time. Very good mod. Would be nice if it was slightly more sort of seamless to improve, but on a 10-year-old game, I mean, I think you just take what you can do. I just think you just take the modding tools that you have. We'll pop these units down here just in case. Doesn't hurt to have a defense force here. Oh, there's actually 3 territories here. I, in my mind, for whatever reason, thought it was only 1. But it's 3. Hey, Devilish with the $1.99 super chat says, Civ 5 supremacy. We are lovers of Civ 5. And the Flame followed on Twitch as well. Thanks, friend. You know what number you are. Maybe. Starts with a 5 and a 2. And it's very, 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 very approximated to a 3 in the second digit spot as well. Very close. It's a really horrifically not plain English way of garbling that out. Okay, cool. Yep, protected. Protected whales. I kind of wanted a reward for that. The reward is that I do good things. Let's refuse. This city is problematic. Send down the army. Send in the navy. Just a reminder, I am your new overlord, and I did so with these boats. So don't get any daft ideas, punks. Speaking of daft punk, let's take this. Level 8. I think we'll just assault this manually in deployment and auto-resolve, because these are just relatively weak peasants, and I think we can watch them be destroyed by far. Installed it a few days ago. Only thing I miss is how Humankind in Civ 6 shows most buildings on the map. Apart from that, Civ 5 doesn't really feel older. Interesting. Interesting take. And yeah, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I haven't played the mod in a little while. Quite a while, actually. Maybe, like, probably over a year, actually. Even longer still. And it's not a mod that I have a huge amount of experience with either, to be fair. So, but it's one that I've heard great things about. I really feel like I should have played it more. And you've kind of just confirmed that for me in chat, Sten. So, so yeah, thanks for sharing that. Fan of builder units? Disappointed Civ ditched them? Lol. Okay, well, we took this. We definitely don't want to keep it, though, so let's... Well, we want to keep the territory, but unlikely the city. And if we do want a city here, we'll rebuild it, a new one in its place. So, the game is about to end because of an unsustainable world pollution! Ah! Yes! We're polluting 51.8 thousand units of pollution overall. Plus 1,040 per turn. Oh, that is so cool. Really unexpected, but very cool. Did I just accidentally destroy the world? Come on, Australia. What war score did we get against the French? 215. Okay, that's fine. I'll take what I'm owed, I guess. Yoink, yoink. It's kind of all I can take. So I'll just take their money.
This is wondrous.
How do you like that? And then I'll immediately burn down the city I took, like the ungrateful person that I am. They'd like to trade luxuries with me, and I'm like, yes, I love you, let's trade luxuries. And I hoover them all up. Boom. Boom. A little bit of gold, never hurt no one.
Lapdog.
And a bit of lead. Cool. And unfortunately, you've got nothing to do, so you can just pop back out here. Likewise with you. A lot of troops here. They were nearly ready to make a play too. They got lucky. Got very lucky. Station the fleet there. Heal the troops there. Got some rebels appearing in Sydney, but that's fine because we have a standing guard ready to take care of them. And yeah, burn that down. Thanks. My goodness, I've got so many decisions to implement. Oh, because we just took this city as well. Cool. So we'll attach that up. And just work on a little bit of semi-useful industry. Again, we like kind of don't super need it, but we'll do it. Symposium will net some fame, so I'll try and work on that in Sydney if I have some turns left in me, if I haven't already destroyed the world. The city, you're being burnt down, just build that. Ah, yep, nope, I've destroyed, well, that is, the power. Oh, let's watch this play out. Let's listen to what the narrator has to say.
How will humankind remember the empire you have created and its remarkable...
Hey, it's my home!
For it is yours that has left the greatest mark on the endless story of humankind. History will not remember you as a warrior, or banker, or farmer. Your fame was garnered more or less everywhere. You also gained fame from the construction of a wonder. Amazing. Congratulations on the success of your ambitions. And I must note the role of faith in your success. To lead a religion in an increasingly secular world is no mean feat. One more testament to your perseverance. Part of your legacy was being involved in the longest war in history. Congratulations. Under your guidance, the thrilling tale of humankind has been rewritten in your
Well,
own words.
here you go.
An even grander scope
I think we've
of this
probably heard
grand
enough of
story.
that narrative.
Regardless,
So,
you have left a
world
great
record
mark
attempt.
and answered the question: how far will you push humankind?
Failed? Maybe failed? Definitely probably failed. I mean, it was at least a reasonable attempt at a close record. Turned out the people who voted 21,000 were correct. So congratulations if you thought that I was going to do poorly. I did. What lessons did we learn? Well, obviously I didn't do poorly. I won the game. But what lessons did we learn if we wanted to achieve an even higher score? Say 25,000? I think probably picking the Japanese would have done it. To be honest. That was probably the difference. If we'd picked Japan, we would have likely got our science a lot faster, still had enough industry to produce things relatively quickly, and maybe got those science stars. That being said, those wars were a surprise as well. I reckon if I was left alone to turtle up, we could have achieved some more fame as well, because I could have focused more on getting a bit of more fame, getting those key technologies that give plus 50% industry, plus 50% money, and of course, there's 300 fame buried in each of those techs, so you end up with something like 2,000 fame on offer if you fill out the tech tree. So, probably lost a little bit there, but let's also not forget that this was a very successful max humankind difficulty true Earth map 10 player game. We dominated religion, we dominated culture, we did not lose a single war, and we rounded out with 21,610 fame. Not a bad showing. Am I disappointed I didn't break a record? To be honest, yes. Did I have a good game? Huck, yes. Let's have a look and see if there's anything stupid looking in the numbers. But first, maybe a quick reflection on the journey. We can see where we missed fame. Obviously, we missed it in the Neolithic. And then... oh, man, we had a great ancient era. Look at that. We just missed one military star there. So we were 1 star away from perfect. This is where we start to fall down and never catch up, right? We're losing fame on the merchant stars. I don't think we ever get it back. This era was a big loss. Science, military, aesthete. Oh, that one was awful, actually. Jeez. Definitely should have done better there. This one was good. Early modern was good. Although, again, as you can see, merchant stars just completely out of the question now. But otherwise, pretty happy. Industrial era, things are totally out of the question. A lot of lost opportunity there. There's thousands of fame again. Or at least 1,000. And again, the science. It was the science. Science the whole way through. Merchant a little bit, but judging by what I've just talked about, rough, quick maths in my head suggests that if we'd focused on that a little bit more and been able to achieve everything else roughly on par, we probably could have netted an extra 4,000 fame, including everything that we get from completing the tech tree. So, there you go. Lesson learned, perhaps. Not bad considering we didn't choose a science culture, though. You can see on fame we were roughly on par. We took the lead around the mid-game and held. Food, we were not the best. Industry, you bet your backside we were the best. We took a few industrial cultures this game. Money, it was an up and down story, honey, but we were fairly well off. Science, look at this. Absolutely dreadful. This was a period of heavy building, though. We focused on building, and this allowed us to go parabolic and just exponentially shoot up. The only thing is, it should have probably happened back here, right? There should have been a building lull and then a pew, so that we rocketed around here instead of here. A little too late in the piece. Interesting chart, though. Influence, we're massively influential. Stability is just a yuck. Population, not bad. Religion, everybody came on board. Except for Orange. That's really annoying. I think there's an achievement if you bring everybody on board, and I missed out by 1 player. Wasn't focusing on it. Not the end of the world. Everything else is kind of boring. Trade, meh. Military, hey look, here's me building all my units in panic, and here's the moment where we cross over, where I should have stopped building. Boom! Just absolutely knocked them down. Same here, another knockdown moment. I played this one better though, because I didn't waste time building more units. And then cities. Not a very interesting one. Wow. There we go. 56 territories controlled, 688 districts built, 41 battles won, and 176 units doused. Unfortunately, we don't have time to pick up an extra game today. I'm gonna have to end here, sadly. I said last time that we'd play an extra game, but this took way longer than anticipated because of all the wars. Need to watch all the videos? Yeah, my pleasure. But I will just sort of reflect on chat a little bit and the rest of this game for a couple of minutes here before I go. Goodbye for now. Chance I could join Discord in future. Yep, Scott summarized that perfectly. I think Hux was talking about that before as well, if you missed it. Stream. Hey, JumboPixel, I'm having trouble working properly. I mean, I've tried Vox Populi, I'm sure, but just not really, like, recently, since Humankind came out, to be fair. Especially. Hey, yeah, this was a really fun game, and I echo Shorty's sentiment. Thanks to everybody who tuned into chat, who liked the video, 78 likes, nearly made it to triple digits 4 days in a row, but 3 out of 4 ain't bad. I heard 2 out of 3 ain't bad, 3 out of 4 also ain't bad. Which game would I have played? I was thinking Crusader Kings 3, Scott, but I was actually just going to run a poll, but kind of ran out of time. I'll run a poll on the community page so that we can incorporate everybody else who's not just here live. But if you would like to make some suggestions for Jumbo Fridays, comment them now, because I am still reading chat, like I say. Also, we're probably going to raid somebody on Twitch. So if you'd like to pop over to Twitch now, if you don't want to, that's fine. All good. Like, seriously, no pressure. It doesn't matter. But if you want to come to Twitch and raid with me and spam their chat with the Q emoji once each, then you're more than welcome to jump over to Twitch and join us. Otherwise, I'd like to give a huge thank you to everybody who supported the stream today. Devilish with the classic, tried and true 3 super chats. Thank you so much. Also to Jammers, who's been a member in multiple places multiple times and threw $5 into the ring. And finally, I believe, for today, Ben Ownby and Michael. Thank you for your super chats of 20 of your respective currencies, respectively. I really appreciate your support. Seriously, it's literally the difference between these being a possible, feasible, and practical thing for me to do and not. So, thank you very much. I will wrap up the YouTube stream now. I will post that poll on the community tab. Any other suggestions that I should put in it? I was gonna do CK3, realistically maybe Civ, but it could be too close to Humankind. But at the very least, CK3, Stellaris, and City Skylines were gonna be my 3 options, because they're probably the 3 games that I lean towards the most. Looks like lots of support for CK3 in chat. Do you really want to see the Australian rules the world? Hey, speaking of Australians rules the world, my Democracy 4 video today, shameless plug to that. I would love it if you could watch it and enjoy it. It was a really fun video to make, genuinely. I'm not just saying that because it's sponsored. The sponsorship's done. There's no impact in you watching it now, right? But I really enjoyed it. And the reason why I brought it up was because I played as Australia in it, which was kind of funny. Either way, thank you very much for tuning in on YouTube. I'm going to cut us here and then just hang out on Twitch for just a little bit longer. See if we can find somebody to raid. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Looks like Aussies did indeed destroy the world. And of course, we'll be back with more next time. When will next time be, you might ask? Well, it'll be a community multiplayer game exactly roughly 46 hours from now. 2 days from now. From when I started this stream. We're doing a community multiplayer stream. Last time it was a really good time. It was frantic, it was hectic, hilarious, and really fun. So yeah, hopefully you can join us then. And otherwise, YouTube, I'll catch you later. Bye. RimWorld. Oh,